You're listening to Spark TV, where we bring you daily interviews with real women in business at all stages. I'm your host, Danielle Lewis, and I am so grateful to have you here.
For me, I didn't realize until a few years ago that I had ADHD. A lot of ADHD people are attracted to starting their own business because we find it difficult to work in offices and not work 9 to 5 and whatnot. Um, you have to know your own mind. It's so important to know your own mind and to have the right mindset for a business. So that's also kind of part of the start.
Yeah, I love that you have gone here because this was our 15-minute rant before we started recording. And I was sharing with you, we were talking about the grant and how, even like members of Spark that are eligible don't throw their hat in the ring, and it
It's
blows my mind.
crazy.
It's so
Whoa!
wild. It is
What
so
are
wild. So wild. They like
Come
just
on.
I know. They like literally invent reasons why they're not eligible. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's like the whole point behind the Smart Grants was to like make sure as many women on the planet were eligible as possible. It
Yeah.
just absolutely blows my mind. And then I was saying, I've been in sales and marketing for 20 years now, and like that's the number one problem I have. Like, I can tell you what to do. I can tell you your sales strategy, tell you
Yep.
your process, tell you the tactics. The number
Yep.
one thing that holds women back from making more money is their
Yeah.
mindset. They just
Yeah.
don't back themselves.
Yeah. No tactics or strategy in the world is going to help you out as much as just facing down your own fears
Mm.
and being willing to do things that you've never done before and taking a risk and putting some money in the game as well.
Yeah.
You can't do this without putting some money in the game. It takes money to run ads, it takes money to invest in a course or
Yeah.
invest in a mentor. Those are
Exactly.
investments though. They're worth it, My course only took like it cost me $600 and I put it on a credit card.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out because I was broke at the time, but I
Yeah.
just knew that it was going to change my life, and it did. So,
I
yeah.
know. And I think people have to see it as an investment into ourselves, and if you invest in yourself, you will reap the rewards. Like the ROI you get on investing in yourself is wild.
Exactly, exactly. Nothing can take away what you put in your brain.
Oh my God, I love that so much. There's
Yeah.
that guy, Alex Hormozy, he says something similar to that as well, where he's like, you can lose your business. No one can ever take away all of the lessons that you have learned, the education that you have received to be able to start it all over again and try again. I was like, yeah, that is such a great way to look at it.
Yeah. My business bestie always tells me about this TV show called The Undercover Billionaire, where they
Mm,
take a billionaire and they drop him off with nothing but a car and like just like $100, if
oh,
that. I
yeah,
haven't watched it yet myself, but she said the things that this guy does are amazing, and it's all going to prove that once you have the skills to make money and you think like an entrepreneur,
yeah.
then it doesn't matter how many times you lose it. You can
Mm.
get up and start again.
I know. And I think that's what I love the most about business. Like we mentioned the words lifestyle design. The thing I love the most about business is literally you can make it up. You
Yeah.
literally just make up something that you want to sell that might help somebody or solve a problem. You literally make it up. You literally tell someone a price. And if they pay for it, you deliver it. Like you
Yeah.
can literally invent anything you want. It is wild and I love it.
Yeah, yeah. How long have you been working for yourself now, Daniel?
12 years, if you can
12
believe it.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
So I've had
remember when you first became self-employed, that mindset shift that you had, like some of the little like, oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do this. I
yeah.
remember like I had that same 9 to 5 mindset when I became fully self-employed as a social media manager. And I thought that I always had to stay in the 9 to 5, like,
Mm.
with emails and with how I worked. And then I realized I can set my own rules. I don't have to, I can sleep until 10, I can work till midnight. I don't have to reply to emails. I don't have to check social media first thing at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Nobody tells us this. It's like we've got to give ourselves permission to do it. But you just
Mm.
realize that you can set your own rules. You can design your own lifestyle. You can make a business that fits you like a glove, as my business
Yes.
coach used to say. You can totally design your own life. So yeah, just have to have the confidence to do it.
Oh my God, it's so true. It's so funny because when I was, career gal, I did well in school, got a uni degree, started working in corporate, working my way up, and I read The 4 Hour Work Week by
Oh
Tim
yeah.
Ferriss.
I
And
read
I
it
was like,
twice.
oh my God, you can
Yeah.
just make
That
up a business.
yeah,
And
that
it
was
was like, I
big
had
impact.
that epiphany, but then I built a business that I hated. Like that it was like
Ah,
corporate. So I had to
yeah.
learn it all over again halfway through.
Yeah, I think it's good to keep coming back, like you have
Yeah.
different phases of business. As a social media
Yeah.
manager, I loved it the first few years, but then I started to feel like you've got instead of one boss, you've got many bosses.
Yes. That's the
And
hard thing about service work, isn't
it
it?
is,
You do have
yeah.
to be conscious of the fact that you're now reporting into all of these different people and so but it's a good lesson in the types of work you want to do and the types of people
Mhm.
you want to work with.
Yeah, and it is the easiest way to become self-employed, I think.
Yeah.
The giving services is definitely the most in demand. A lot of
Mm.
people don't want to do a lot of the tasks out there, so offering done for you is a really easy way to get in. So I always recommend to people start as a VA, start as a social media manager, and then work your way into something that you love.
Oh, I just think that is the best advice ever. And you're right. It just makes it like the barrier to entry of getting started in a business so small. You don't have to design a new product and figure out logistics and pay for all
Yeah,
the products and all that. You can literally go, I can do that tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That wraps another episode of Spark TV. Shout out to Spark TV sponsor IP Australia for their amazing support of the Spark podcast and women in business. And if no one tells you today, you've got this.